All right, Coach, introduce yourself.
Coach Rodney McCurry, head football coach of the Seattle Majestics.
All right, so talk about your involvement in this event this weekend.
Yeah, so I got the call from Ian um, about the potential of coaching. I know he kind of handpicked the coaches for whatever he wanted, however he wanted the event to go through. So I just felt super honored to be selected, and took the job on, and yeah, we're just eager to get out on the field, get going.
Why did you see this as an opportunity for yourself?
I seen it. I think kind of backtracking. This is my second year going into Seattle Majestics, and we were kind of under a rock for a while as far as just notoriety, putting our stamp in the league, in women's tackle football and stuff like that. And so I got a big mouth, so I felt like I felt like it's my kind of my duty to kind of market and brand ourselves and put ourselves out there and get us on the map. And so with me doing that, brings a lot of confidence into our organization with our players and administration and stuff like that. And so it's just been, yeah, it's been that, I think. And then doing this event is just more notoriety, getting to know more players, getting to know. I'm a fan of the sport too, so getting to see some of the players that I follow, on Instagram, and follow their games and things like that. So I think it's just going to be big fun.
Not to be messy, but it would be very difficult for me not to ask this question. Do you see this as a recruiting opportunity?
I'm not treating it as a recruiting opportunity. What I'm treating it as is, again, getting familiar with players. So I don't know if there is a fine line there. I know it does kind of blur lines in some other people's, the way that people look at it, but it's more so just getting familiar with players, getting familiar with their ability, getting familiar with more coaches and stuff like that. And so I'm not using this as come play for Seattle. It's more so like this is kind of what Seattle has to offer. This is our personality. This is what who we are. We do have Seattle players that are playing in the game, so they can kind of see the kinship between the players and the coaches and stuff like that, or me and the players, and kind of get that vibe from there. And if a player jumps into free agency and they want to choose Seattle, we definitely give them an opportunity to interview and see if it's the right fit.
Okay, I like that answer. So, talk about Toys for Tots.
Mhm.
This is a fundraiser. Ian has been very committed to this event. So, why Toys for Tots, and why should people consider them in their choice for a gift during giving season this
Yeah.
holiday?
Um, I think it's a great fundraiser, just to um, be somebody to give that joy to somebody that's not less fortunate, especially a kid. I think every kid deserves something when it comes to the holiday season and things like that. So I just think it's a great fundraiser. I've always been into community work and stuff like that, so it just kind of ties into my thought process and how I move. So
So you're a high school coach,
yeah.
and then you also coach professional women's tackle football.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's known that women's sports in general are held back in many different areas, whether it's financial, just general support. So some of the things that you experience in like high school football or like men's or boys football, what areas do you have support there that you don't have in women's football?
I think my situation is a little different because I'm in a school that's in a rebuild.
Mm,
Not physically, but the programs are in a rebuild.
mm.
The area that I coach in and the demographic really took a hard hit during COVID. So I'm going on my fourth year there at that high school. And it was all hands on deck trying to build the school back up from out of COVID. So when it comes to resources and things like that, we're lacking, just like how we're lacking in women's sports. But I think honestly, it's more refreshing coaching here with the Seattle Majestics than it is in the high school because I have a closer say so with the administration. Then you have an athletic director, a district athletic director, a principal, an assistant principal, and everybody else that you have to go through first. There's so many legal actions and things that you have to do before you can give these resources back to the kids. With us, is you have that resource, let's use it. Is it going to benefit Seattle Majestics? Let's do it. So it's just a tad bit easier, honestly. High school is a long, 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 tedious, hard process just to get kids onto the field. So I think it's a little bit backwards than what you would probably
Well,
think.
I mean, I wasn't expecting that answer at all.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you for enlightening us on the situation. I think
Mhm.
it's important for people to know. So why should people support women's football?
Well, I think the just from the sports side, I'll answer just from the sports side, is that women's sports is just on the rise. It's on the boom. I think there's starting down at the youth level, there's more opportunity for young girls to play the sport that they want to play. And with that, the talent starts to, get is just better and better. So I mean, women's basketball is at an all-time high, especially college basketball. WNBA is at an all-time high. WNFC is really a new sport. Women's professional tackle football is really a new sport to the average football fan. But I think we're women are definitely carving their name into the sport with their dedication more than anything, their willingness to get better. And I just think the product is getting better. We're starting to get more young players in, which is bringing a different flavor to the game. And yeah, I think everybody should check it out. It's in the next 5 years, just this women's sports is gonna take off, and I'm just grateful to just be a part of it now. So in that way, I can help build that next generation of players in the game. So
Well, I mean, I have to say, coaches, it's important for people like you and Ian and even Coach Mike,
mhm,
to be able to help bridge that gap
mhm.
for women in sports and football. So we appreciate that. Um, Leave us with a final message. You've been all professional. I know this is a professional interview. I want something, just a little bit more. You have some of your weapons flying in from Seattle.
Yeah,
Um, you have some other really good weapons like from the Cali War
yeah.
that are anxious to work with you.
Uh-huh.
So, what's your message before stepping on the field?
Well, we had the workout yesterday. There was some talent at the workout, but today's practice is I'm gonna really get to see, some. I get to be a fan for a little bit first, and then I get to be a coach. But
it's
I really get to. I'm anxious to be able to coach some players that I've been watching from
it's
afar.
like shopping for new shoes or something.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. But there's some dream connections out there. I think
Mm.
that if you're a big time just women's tackle football fan, I think you want to see Spidey catch a ball from Peanut,
Oh yeah.
um, like things like that. So
Mhm.
we're gonna try to not only make toy dreams come true, but we're gonna make some women's tackle football dreams come true as well. It's gonna be fun.
Coach Rye, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your time and
Yeah.
thank you for your commitment. And I look forward to seeing you just kind of spread some of that experience on the game tomorrow.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right.